Chapter 3. When the uniform didn't fit, but the hustler in me did. This chapter basically talks about my experience at St. Columbus High School. It was not a pleasant experience because I wasn't used to that kind of an environment. Remember, from being mama's baby, I found myself at Cyrene, and Cyrene was a boys' high school. I wasn't used to dealing with the opposite sex, so I found myself in a classroom full of ladies, and I wasn't used to that kind of an environment. So people started making a mockery out of me because I would feel so uneasy around women, and I had this crush with someone who was not of my class, and she also made a mockery out of me. The uniform that I wore was oversized. It was a gray trousers that would turn purple in the sunlight. So just by me walking into the classroom, people would burst into laughter. Not because uh, not because I would have said something funny, but because I was the definition of funny. If funny was a person, that was me, but not funny in a good way or in a comedy way, but in a way, it was my poverty and the way I looked, I would walk to school, no lunch money, all those things. So people would make a mockery out of me. But I was an intelligent young man. I know I was an intelligent young man because on the day that I discovered that I didn't do the assignment, the woodwork assignment, I went to River Cemetery. I sat there by the graves and I started doing mathematics. That week we were doing linear programming, and I would do, those equations, those simultaneous equations, and then draw those line graphs. And when I went to school on a Friday, I found them they were actually writing a test. And I remember our teacher, Mr. Maposa, handing me the exam papers and asking me if I was going to manage to write the test since I was away. I had lied to him that I had gone to attend a funeral. And I took the papers with a smile and I lambasted the test. When the results came, I was the best. I had the highest score in mathematics. So this goes to show that you need to understand the strengths that you have. I loved numbers from a very early age, and even up to this day, numbers are my sweetheart. I know I can understand and interpret numbers. So it all started, some would say it started in the manger, I would say it started in the cemetery. So I took myself into a place of solitude so that I could gain more clarity about what I wanted. I could gain more clarity about what I really loved. So it is during that week that I discovered that I had fallen so in love with mathematics. So as a result, people started coming to me for mathematics, and I started doing rap. I would do beats, on the decks. So, and then people would rap, using my beats that I was doing. As you can see, there's a mixer here. This is a music studio. So this music thing, I didn't go to school for it. Self-taught. The numbers that I'm talking about, self-taught. It's not my poster who taught me linear programming. I went to the textbook, I read, I practiced, I exercised, and I found myself able to do these things. But Mr. Maposa used to beat us so hard, so he made me hate mathematics. So the long and short of it is that your current situation is a condition. It must not define who you are. Or let me put it bluntly, it doesn't define who you are. It's just a phase that you're going through in your life, and it's going to pass. It is surely going to pass. There's a song that I used to love to sing at church, which was titled, "These Too Shall Pass." Nothing in this world lasts forever. So people may judge you basing on what you are going through right now, but God hasn't finished writing the sentence of your life. For some, it's just a comma. When he pauses, people think he's stopped, and they are going to judge you when you are still at the comma. What happens at the comma? Things come to a standstill, but the standstill is it's just for a brief moment. So people are going to judge you based on what they see, So the way I looked, you know, was funny, so people would laugh at me. No one would take me seriously. Even those that I loved wouldn't take me seriously because of the way that I looked. So it's important to look the part. If you are a salesperson, you need to understand that people will buy you before they buy your product. So you should look the part. You should dress properly. Like Paul, you must be a Roman to the Romans. If you're going to be dealing with mine workers, dress like them, put on that work suit, put on that helmet, put on that white dusty coat. Look the part. If you have to be addressing professionals, then you should dress like myself, or even put on a jacket and your necktie. You should look the part. So you should understand that looks really matter. Just come to think of it, the woman that you're married to, the reason why she stopped to listen to you wasn't because she knew your character, because you got to know about your character during the relationship. But what made her come to the decision that she was going to listen to your story is what she saw with her eyes. You know, in as much as food has to be nutritious, bodybuilding, healing, it also has to be appetizing when you look at it. So this is just to emphasize that looks really matter. I know you might be going through a phase in life where you can't afford these expensive things. There are bales that are sold where you get second-hand clothes. Go and buy those second-hand clothes. Iron them, wash them and iron them. Look clean. You see how clean I am right now. Look clean so that people can listen to you. As I conclude, I just want to tell you that you need determination. No one is coming to rescue you. People are going to mock you. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to make fun out of your predicament. But you need to know that no one is going to come and rescue you. If you're waiting for a savior to come from the sky to rescue you, that is not going to happen. You need to stand up and start acting today. You need to stand up and make your voice count. You need to stand up and make a difference. People should know you for something. You need to offer value. You need to add value to yourself so that when they look at you, even your results are going to silence their mockery. Your results are going to silence the laughter. Your results are going to silence the bad things that they say about you. I hope this is going to encourage you. Stay blessed by the best.